value of the inequality, then we get 3 is bigger than 27x. What we're going to do next is we actually have to make this 27 go to here. So 3 over 27 is bigger than x. This simplify we add here, so I will get x to the power -1, and then with the here -1 bracket with -1, so when I multiply I will become -1. So I will have, and then when I take this -1 over, so that will make this base inverted to Hey guys, it's Mathematics YT. Today we are going to solve some linear inequality. Well, I have these two inequality, and the question it's really easy to solve because you can straight away solve it. But you might didn't make this kind of question where the x is a denominator, because if x is numerator, then which is really easy to solve. But now the x is at the denominator of the fraction. That is the biggest issue. So if you're really interested in this question, please pause a while and then try it for yourself. So let's start solving question A. Well, if you're really good at solving linear inequality, then we can straight away know the solution. So we can found the inequality of x is we multiply by 3 for the both sides of the equation. So we had times 3 times 3, and then x is bigger than 81. Well, that is too easy, but the biggest problem is I have the x at denominator. If it's numerator, it's really easy to solve, but the problem is I had the denominator, the x is at the denominator of the fraction, so how to solve it? Well, it's kind of like a normal operation. So what we're going to do is we actually need to times x first at the both sides, of course, to maintain the value of the inequality. Then we get 3 is bigger than 27x. What we're going to do next is we actually have to make this 27 go to here. So 3 over 27 is bigger than x. This simplifies, so it will become 1. This will become 9, so we'll get 1 over 9. And then if you want to make the x to the other side, you basically just invert the inequality. So I will get x is less than 1 over 9. So that is basically the solution for question B. The next method, we are going to solve this linear inequality where the x is at the denominator. Is we're going to use some logarithms. So let's say I want to use logarithms with the base 10. So I will explain this quickly. So the logarithm with the base 10 actually represents in log x, where this whole thing is logarithm of x with the base 10. Now let's say I want to use this log symbol to this inequality. So I will get log of 3 over x is bigger than log 27. And what I'm going to do is this, I want to make this x into numerator. So but how do we do this? So since 3 over x bracket the power of 1 is equal to x over 3 with the power of -1. Why? Because when you invert these two fractions, you must have a comeback, which is the power of -1. Because if I have a -1 right here, and then don't forget I need to put another -1 because -1 times -1 is 1. So when you invert these two here, And don't forget this power also need to be add here, so I will get x power negative 1. And then with the here negative 1 bracket with negative 1, so when I multiply I will become negative 1. So I will have, and then when I take this negative 1 over, so they will make this base inverted to the denominator, so I will get 3 power negative 1. And then to assemble, to simplify with using the concept of law of indices, I can get this. So I will write log of x over 3 the power of negative 1 is bigger than log of 27. And what I'm going to do is take this negative 1 out of here, so I will get negative log of x over 3 is bigger than log 27. Now I want to divide the negative 1, and then don't forget when you divide or multiply negative 1 you have to invert this sign. So I will get log of x over 3 is equal to, no, it's not equal to, I'm sorry, it's less than negative log 27. So I will take this log into here, so log of x plus 3 is less than log of 1 over 27. And then I will cancel out the log, so what I remaining is x over 3 is less than 1 over 27. And the last step is we need to times 3, so I will have x is less than 3 over 27, which will make this as x is less than 1 over 9. Yeah, so basically with these two methods, when you encounter this situation, you basically just need to invert this fraction and invert this number. Well, since it's 27 is equal to 27 over 1, so I also need to invert it, x over 3 and then 1 over 27. But don't forget, I need to make this term inverted. So basically when you met the x is at the denominator, you just need to flip these two terms, and then you need to flip this inequality sign to the opposite inequality sign. Example, if this inequality sign is bigger, then you need to invert it to less than. So let's do another example. I have 1 over x is bigger than 1 over 10. Well, if I just taught you about how to make this x into numerator, so basically you need to invert this, flip this thing, so I have x over 1, which is basically x. I invert this, I also invert this, so I will get 10, and then I need to invert this inequality sign, so I will take less than. And then this is the condition of the value of x. Well, if you don't believe it, let's take a value. So since 9 is less than 10, I substitute x is equal to 9, and then guess what happened? 1 over 9 is bigger than 1 over 10. How I prove it? Since 1 over 9 is equal to 0.1111111 infinite ones, but 1 over 10 is equal to 0.1. So the difference of these two fractions is 0.011111, and indeed this is bigger than this. So I have proved that this method is really working out. If you want to see something like this, please let me know by leaving a like and subscribe to the channel. So I will see you guys next time. See you guys in the next videos.